So today, we're talking about capital guarantees, specifically how they're being used in mid-market project finance. It's not your typical guarantee situation, right?
Exactly. A lot of people hear guarantee and immediately think of trade finance tools like letters of credit or performance bonds. But in this case, it's more about ensuring project completion and reaching commercial operations.
Right, and that's a key distinction. The capital guarantee in this model isn't meant to be called or cashed unless something goes seriously wrong.
Yeah, and even then only after a breach of contract that can't be cured. It's a last resort, not a tool you wave around lightly.
It basically acts like a leash on the developer. If they mess up big time, the investor can pull back. But if everyone stays in their lane, the guarantee just expires.
Exactly. And that leash gives confidence to capital providers. It's short-term collateral that covers the period before COD, commercial operation date.
Let's dig into that. COD isn't just a buzzword. It's the milestone that says, hey, the asset is built, commissioned, and commercially viable.
And until you hit that point, the guarantee is live. Once you hit COD, boom, it expires and falls away. It's not about cash, it's about accountability.
That's actually a clever use of guarantees. It filters out bad actors too. Developers who can't or won't deliver won't make it past due diligence.
Right. And that due diligence starts only when a signed RWA letter and acceptable guarantee language are in hand. No jumping ahead.
Important point. The guarantee doesn't even come into play until a full funding agreement is signed. That's financial closing, the real start line.
And let's clear something else up. It's not insurance.
Nope. No performance wrap, no completion bond, no currency hedge. This isn't about mitigating risk through a third party. It's a direct financial mechanism.
But developers can still buy those other protections separately if they want. Political risk insurance, EPC performance bonds, all that.
Sure, but the capital guarantee itself isn't that. It's strictly between the developer, the investor, and the bank. Pure finance.
Now, the million-dollar question. When does the investor actually call the guarantee?
Basically never, unless things go nuclear. Think fraud, disappearing developers, misused funds, or letting the instrument expire without finishing the project.
That last one's avoidable. Just renew the guarantee. Simple fix.
But the other scenarios, that's where things get ugly. A called guarantee can end up in court, and nobody wants that.
Exactly. It reflects badly on all parties. The investor, the developer, even the banks involved. That's why everyone works hard to prevent it.
So really, this is a signal. A way to say, we're serious, we're accountable, and we're here to finish what we started.
It's also a strong way to get better terms. When you've got that kind of guarantee behind you, lenders are more willing to negotiate.
So in the end, it's not about the threat of calling the guarantee. It's about the trust it builds before that's even necessary.
Exactly. And if done right, the guarantee quietly expires. No drama. That's the best case scenario.
And probably the most common if everyone's doing their job. So, final thought. Capital guarantees aren't just safety nets. They're trust contracts in disguise.
And in project finance, trust might be the most valuable asset of all.